YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We made so many coins today on FC26, and in this video we're gonna go over all the things we did to make coins, but then also we're gonna go over this weekend and what our plan is for making coins. I think we are potentially going to be full sending all of our coins into something, but before we get into all of that, we have to talk about content today on Thursday. And again, guys, if you want coins on FC26, check out u7buy.com. You can use code TEDDY at checkout. You'll get 8% off your order. Cheap, fast, reliable coins. u7buy.com. Link is in the description down below. All right, so starting off with content today on Thursday. Thursdays aren't really super crazy content days. We have a Cornerstone player SBC right here. She costs 7k, so really cheap to go out and do this card if you want to get her done. She is also 5'4", so fairly small. Now, challenges, marquee matchups, guys. We talked about it in the previous video. We talked about it on stream. We talked about it on Discord. Marquee matchups is so easy. It is so easy to make coins on. I always say, if you're on a low budget, Thursday's probably one of the best days to trade, because if you're on the game at content drop, you can quickly buy some marquee matchup investments. I will say the Chelsea, Liverpool players didn't go super crazy. Also, I don't even know if I'm going to do marquee matchup predictions, or at least for a while now, just because I didn't do them this week because I didn't want to risk it. I don't know what EA are doing with marquee matchups or how they're deciding stuff, because it used to be a rule that you could never go back-to-back marquee matchups, but now we're seeing back-to-back marquee matchups. Also, the team of the weeks make no sense. I don't understand how EA are deciding certain stuff. We're getting team of the weeks from people that are playing on Tuesday, so like the previous week. It's interesting, but that is, yeah, that's marquee matchups, making coins with. So the predictions, I'm not doing them, but trading with it is still really easy. So there's filters. What happens is there's certain filters that you will see, maybe with a formation, certain cards go up in price, like Premier League goalkeepers were up in price. Maybe Premier League center attacking mids were up in price. The one that probably made the most coins, I'd say there was probably two. So bidding on Chelsea and Liverpool players, people were doing that, getting some really good deals. But then the probably best of them all was La Liga players. Every single La Liga player was around 700 coins. I think 650 they were instantly selling. But if you had a La Liga player that was fitting the formation, so the formation in the La Liga marquee matchup was a 4-4-2. So all of the positions in the 4-4-2 were going for a little bit more. I mean, I'm assuming they're all down in price now. I mean, no, never mind. Maybe they're still holding their value a little bit. Let's see, how much are all gold La Ligas? They were 650 instant. Are they still around that? 600, I guess, because they're 550, not even there. So basically all I was doing was bidding. It was very easy. In this, I was late to the bids too. I just wanted to show it for an example to be like, guys, like if you're on a low budget, you got to do this. Yeah, see, we're at the 3-minute mark already. But if you bid 1 hour after marquee matchups comes out, you have a bunch of pack supply. You have all the marquee matchup packs being open, people listing up the cards. So there's so much supply. I was just going page after page after page, and I was still at like the 20-second mark, the 30-second mark, just bidding on gold commons for 300 coins, 350 coins, 400 coins. And I was winning them and selling them for 700 coins, 750 coins. I got a goalkeeper, 800 coins, 850 coins, and they were selling very fast. When you're buying that many cards, you're making 300 coins, sometimes even 400 coins per card on a low budget. You win a bunch of them, by the way. The bids, it was so easy. That's how you can make 50 to 100,000 coins in an hour on a low budget. So again, guys, I'm going to make a whole video on it. We talked about this before, just how to trade on Thursday, because it's one of the easiest days to make coins, especially if you don't have a lot of coins. Okay, so that was content with the SBCs. Now let's just talk about the market, guys. Wow, we made a lot of coins. I don't have a lot of stuff in here anymore. By the way, check your clubs with like consumables. A lot of consumables, the chem styles, the league changes, we're kind of seeing them creeping up in price. I'm thinking maybe because we're approaching foot champs, people are potentially putting some teams together, so keep an eye on that. But guys, we invested our coins. Our plan this week was we were going to buy fodder, we were going to sell it, but then we wanted to full send on Wednesday, because you're going to have the hero SBC Wednesday. It's probably going to cause some panic. That's exactly what happened. We also had the FC point issue. So stuff got so cheap. Stuff got so stinking cheap. And if we go take a peek at the Discord, I believe I showed this in the previous video, but I ended up doing a post. This was the investment. Also, these did really good. Like, we tipped Oyarzabal at 50K. He went up to almost 70K. Tillman at 30K. He went to like 36, 37. Maybe these cards are up a little bit more. Yates at 18K. Everything went up in price. Like, everything we bought, this was all tipped in the Discord. Remember, if you want to join the Discord, you're just going to subscribe on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub on Twitch every single month for free, or you can sub on Discord. It's just $5 a month. But I'm going to scroll down here because these are the prices. Rashford, we bought for 8K. He went to 12.25. Kamavinga, we bought for 14.5. He went to 18.75. Ayoze, we bought for 4K. He went to 5.2. Konate, we bought for 30K. He went to 35K. Ekatike, 5.7 to 6.9. Rodman, 22 to 24.75. Messi, below 10K to 11.75. LaCroix from 10K to 14.5. Tonali from 10K to 14.25. Marmouche, below 20K to 22.5. And Barcola from 26 to 3,600 coins. Guys, we made a ton of coins. I think some of these cards are up even more. We talked about it. You don't see the market drop with rival rewards. It's the exact same thing we saw the previous week with rival rewards. The market doesn't drop. There's no real supply from rival rewards. A lot of it is untradeable. So because of that, the market just went up in price. We made a ton of coins. Now, there was a couple cards that dipped with the marquee matchup supply. I actually went in and I got some quick flips there. I was picking up Adair Militao's easily for 51,000 coins, sold for 58K. So that was a dub. And then I also got Tio Hernandez's. I think I got around like 32,000 coins. He's up at 36.5. So dub investments there. You also, I think you saw it if I showed it. I got a Garincha for almost 1.4 flat. I think 1.4, 1.5. 1 mil, 415,000 coins. I've seen this card sell for close to 1.6. I'm listing a little low here at 1.54. I should get a sale overnight, make about close to 50,000 coins, something like that. So maybe more than that, might be like 60K, but I got to test the card out as well. So pretty dope there. So we made a ton of coins. Awesome. Now let's kind of just talk about that stuff. Selling, what's the situation? So let's start off with your teams. If you want to risk it, you can hold your team into content drop on Friday. That's your decision to make. If you're going to be safe, you're probably just going to sell your team. It's risky holding into Friday. Also, it's kind of risky because I don't think Foot Champs starts right away. We can check it real quick, but that's what people in the chat were saying on stream today. If we go take a peek, it starts in 14 hours. So 14 hours for me is not at content drop. That's either 1 or 2 hours in 12 hours. So I think that's 1 hour after content drop. So Foot Champs isn't starting right away. You're going to have supply. You can see with the new promo, it depends on what they release for packs. A lot of it's going to depend. Like, what do we get for packs? Do we get a tradable SBC and for content tradable reward? It's going to kind of depend on that. But if you want to be safe, it's not really a good idea holding a team. It's not really a good idea holding a team for a long time either, because Friday, you're going to have the market drop. Saturday, you're going to have the market drop. Sunday, you're going to have the market drop. It's just something you got to be careful with. Usually the trend goes Friday, the market gets low at content. Sometimes you have a slight rebound, but then it gets low at night. You have a slight rebound Saturday morning. Saturday content drops, the market drops, and then kind of just continues to drop. And then Sunday night, you do tend to have a low point when you can buy cards, and then Monday, Tuesday, you see the market rise. So that's kind of how the market trend goes. We talked about it. I don't want to rant about it again, but champs rewards are so bad. You're going to lose coins. You're definitely going to lose coins if you're building an expensive team and you're not selling it right away. It's the safe thing to do is like to buy your team, play Foot Champs immediately, and then sell your team when you're done. That's the safest way to build a team and avoid losing coins. But obviously there's like safer cards you can build a team around. Like if you buy any players from Cornerstone Team 1, it's a lot safer. You're not risking losing as many coins. Those cards are going out of packs. And then Team of the Week cards that are out of packs, you don't have to worry about losing coins that much on them. Again, you know, every video I'm going to pull up this Ruli, because every video we're just going to see this Ruli up in price more and more. I feel like every video he's up 1,000 coins. What an investment. By the way, for Team of the Week 3, we will have our favorite investments of this week probably tomorrow night. Now, that's the team situation. Now, if you have Fodder, with your team, be careful. If you want to hold it, just understand it's very risky. It's very risky, and it's going to be kind of hard to predict. I think we just don't know what we're going to get at content drop. Like if we get a 50K pack or a 100K pack, you're going to see some market movement. So it's just, I'm just saying it's slightly risky. Now, fodder. If you have fodder, what are you doing with that? If you want to hold it and hold it for a little while, I think that's perfectly fine because we have a lot of SBCs on the way. I don't know if you guys have seen it. We're going to look at the leaks at the end of the video, but Mbappe Player of the Month is on the way. We're probably going to get Haaland Player of the Month. We're probably going to get Harry Kane Player of the Month. There's a lot of Player of the Month cards on the way. A lot of SBCs that are going to require fodder. So if you want to hold your fodder for a while, I think that's perfectly fine. Turn my phone notification off. I think that's perfectly fine. So don't be surprised though. Tomorrow on Friday is Mbappe Player of the Month. Don't be surprised if your fodder cards come down in price. It's probably going to happen just because Mbappe's card on the cheap end is going to be like 4 mil. My prediction, 5 mil plus, just because his gold card is 3 million coins. If Mbappe's gold card is 3 million coins, they can't make his SBC 3 mil. The Player of the Month is better. What is this guy doing in my Twitch chat right now? What a freak. What an animal. So, the SBC is going to be so expensive, and we've seen it before where all the fodder's up in price just because people have invested. And when the SBC comes out, people go and they actually sell the investment and they all list the cards up. You actually see the fodder come down because there's not as many people just like, oh my God, I'm doing Mbappe right now, because he's going to be ridiculously expensive. So, don't be surprised if the fodder comes down in price tomorrow on Friday. And that's going to lead us into what I think we're going to do this weekend. Guys, fodder this weekend. Watch it. If you see fodder come down in price this weekend, I think we have a really solid investment opportunity. It's as simple as that. We know in like every area as well. The lower budget, 84s, 85s, 86s, 87s, 88s, 89s, 90s. All of them. We know we're getting some of those gamble SBCs now. The hero upgrade SBC. We know we're getting a bunch of Player of the Month SBCs on the way. You're going to see fodder required everywhere. So I think just picking up some fodder and holding it is honestly, it's going to be a good idea. So keep an eye on fodder this weekend. If we see it drop tomorrow on Friday, especially with people just mass listing the fodder that they invested in once Mbappe comes out, don't be afraid to buy. I'm really going to keep an eye on this Rodri. I was watching him yesterday at 30K. I wish I bought him. He's up at 38 almost, basically 38,000 coins. So I'm hoping I can see this card drop down. Even if he drops down to like 32, 33, I'll probably buy a bunch of them. So keep an eye on fodder. But an interesting area I think you should keep an eye on. I haven't looked back at previous Player of the Months. Someone just mentioned this in the chat, so I thought I would share it. Higher rated Team of the Weeks, because they got to make that Mbappe expensive somehow. You got to do a bunch of SBCs. You got to do a bunch of requirements. If you look, they got to combine a lot of stuff. An 89 rated squad right here is 250K. They could probably do a few of those, but you're going to see some Team of the Week requirements to also push this price up. Probably going to see some Team of the Week requirements. We already saw it with the Hero SBC. If we saw it with that, you're probably going to see a Team of the Week requirement with Player of the Month Mbappe. So something to think about. Guys, the higher rated Team of the Weeks might be an investment. They might be. So 85, that's not really fodder. You would jump to the 86s. So you would go 86 rated Team of the Weeks, or I would say 84 rated Team of the Weeks. I wouldn't touch the 83s. I don't think I would touch the 82s. So I think you're either going to go 86 rated Team of the Weeks or 84 Team of the Weeks if you're going to go that route. I haven't looked into it exactly, but just saying, I think it's something to think about. It might have potential. There's just like also not a lot of Team of the Week options. So a little difficult there, but there's got to be some Team of the Week requirements in these SBCs, but it depends. Like if it's an 87 squad with a Team of the Week requirement, yeah, you're going to see these higher rated Team of the Weeks go up for sure. Just going to depend on kind of what we see there. So that's our plan this weekend. My main target, honestly, is going to be fodder. I'm going to do some trading Sunday night. If I have coins and we see the market get low, or just Sunday in general, if we see the market get low, I'll look to buy some stuff. But decent chance I invest all my coins. Because like I said, we have the Mbappe player of the month. It's something that with time, you're just going to see more and more people slowly work towards crafting. Haaland player of the month, Harry Kane player of the month, probably Christian Pulisic player of the month. That's what it's looking like. That's like a lot of really big SBCs that people are going to do. I don't know what the female La Liga is going to be, Liga F. I don't think it's going to be Pina. So scratch that one off. But then for Eredivisie, I think that's Ansu Fati, another player that a lot of people would be interested in crafting. So just so many SBCs that I think Fodder people would do. So Fodder could do good. So just keep an eye on Fodder this weekend. That's honestly my main target. But then again, on the side, we'll be doing some trades as well. Maybe some SBCs come out. And you guys know this promo team. There's some investments that I really like, which I mean, we can take a peek at. I'm not super crazy about this team of the week investment wise. It's a couple cards I think you can club stock, but the promo team I think is going to be really interesting. Some cards as well I want to shout out. So let's take a peek. We got the leaks, we got everything. Wirtz is getting a card. It's slightly blurry, is what it is. It's just slightly blurry, unfortunately. Wirtz, Ronaldo, Bright, Trent. You guys can pause so you can see the players on the screen. Although it's quite blurry, I'm not gonna lie, from this picture. But the main thing I want to say is Pickford. You guys know I always talk about this. Goalkeepers from top leagues are always a really good investment. It's really simple. Pickford, English goalkeeper in the Premier League, almost seems like a no-brainer. Now I know he's only like 85 rated, but an English goalkeeper in the Premier League long-term probably does pretty decent. I just hope he's somewhat cheap, and I'm gonna buy quite a few of them. And the moneymaker on this Pickford would be Jack Grealish getting some sort of promo card. So I mean, he's had a really good start to the season, so it is fairly likely that Jack Grealish could do something. Honestly, like any English Premier League player getting some sort of promo card would help that Jordan Pickford. So that is the Cornerstone promo. Those are all the official cards and stats. We do have some other leaks up here. Mbappe player of the month. This is his confirmed playstyle plus, not the confirmed stats yet though. The thing that Foot Police said though is he likes the price of the SBC, so he's known like all the prices of the SBCs that are coming out. I'm really curious what liking the price of the SBC means for Mbappe player of the month. We're gonna find out tomorrow on Friday, but we talked about it on stream. Like, he can't be cheap. If this Mbappe is 3 million coins, everyone's going to do him. Even if he's 4 million coins, I think that's too cheap, and you're going to see a lot of people doing him. Then half the freaking teams you're playing in Foot Champs are going to have Mbappe player of the month. So I really hope he's 5 mil plus. That's what I'm hoping for, just because it's too cheap. 4 mil, 3 mil, I just think it's too cheap. I think if it came out at 4 mil and then we see the fodder go up in price over time, maybe that's a bit more understandable. But anything less than that, you're just going to see Mbappe's everywhere. Now, I want to continue. We have an SBC right here. Brand. Honestly, doesn't look horrible, but this is one I really wanted to look at. Hanko. Guys, this Hanko is getting his SBC. I believe it's confirmed tomorrow on Friday. These are his official stats. Probably going to be a really solid card. I think if he's fairly priced, which he probably will be, you're going to see links to this card probably do pretty decent. So keep an eye on that. One player that we mentioned was maybe Oblak, because Oblak's fodder price, but he's also the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper. So we would link to this card. So you get kind of a double whammy there. Only issue is, does Oblak go down in price? Because Mbappe player of the month cards usually come out before content drop. So a bit of a weird one there, but it's up to you what you want to do with Oblak. You want to wait, see if the Oblak comes down, the fodder comes down, then you buy Oblak, or you just buy him now and see what happens there. But I really think links might do fairly decent for this Hanko, so keep an eye on those. What else do we have up here? We got that evolution. I believe we already looked at. Yeah, we already looked at that Evo in the previous video. Real quick, I just want to look up some of the links. Let's see, what do we got? How are these links priced at the moment? We have Glizzy. How's Glizzy doing? He was down at 8.5. I mean, they're up. They're definitely up in price, so that might be a little tricky. Your rent day is a really interesting one. Such a popular card right here as well. How's he been moving? If you could catch this guy in a low trend, seems like he fluctuates from 390 to like 360. If you could catch this guy at even like 370, I don't think I mind picking one up. I don't think that's a horrible idea. So keep an eye on someone like Llorente, just because one, he's a really popular card, but two, links to that Hanko card. All right, so that is going to be it for this video. I apologize for it being so late. I had 2 games tonight. We had a double header. By the way, I scored from a goal kick essentially tonight, so that was pretty dope. You know, no big deal. But yeah, I'll be live tomorrow on Friday, guys. So any questions, join the live stream. Also, any questions, comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I just completely messed up my outro. That's awkward. Well, let's just start off with this. Twitch live stream, trading Discord, description down below. There it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.